Inexorable is a first-person sci-fi action-adventure game taking place in 2133, in a world where humanity lost, well, everything. Think Firewatch meets The Matrix. In this dystopia, a civilization of cyborgs and AIs led by the Immortal, an AI with dark mystical origins, is running the show. Only a few hundred humans are left in the world, and it's up to you to decide their future, as well as the future of the current ruling civilization. The game is set to come out in April of 2025, with a demo already being available on Steam for free. Link in the description. Hi everyone, Darry here, solo dev behind Calimperion Studios 13, and in this video, I'll be giving you a tour of the demo for Inexorable. First, let's go over the basics. The movement in the game is pretty standard issue for a first-person shooter. Most of the combat and shooter mechanics in this game revolve around two modules that your weapon has: Drain and Regen. Drain, as its name entails, takes life from your enemies, as well as any electrical equipment that is shot by a gun. This is the basic damage module, which is used to take down enemies, deactivate certain devices, as well as destroy environmental actors. On the other hand, the Regen module allows you to give life back to any actor that you can damage. All the puzzles and combat in this game have been built from this premise. The enemies you encounter in the demo are either turrets or drones, since the demo portion of the game takes place outside of the main city, the Dark Megalopolis. The enemies are not too difficult to kill by themselves. However, the overheating component of the weapon you have makes combat feel a little bit more tactical than your average shooter. In the demo section of the game, this makes you rely a lot more on your grenades, as well as on taking cover behind walls or tall items. Further in the game, a skill tree also becomes available, allowing you to further customize the way you want to experience the combat, improving your gun and grenades based on your personal preference. From a story perspective, the pistol you wield is an artifact from a mysterious civilization that allows you to navigate this treacherous electronic world. It's also a great representation of what most of the story is about: choices.
Choice. The problem is choice.
Moving on to the story, this is the driving force behind the game. It has a lot of cyberpunk elements which get a bit of a mystical flavor the more the game evolves. On one hand, you have the Immortal and the rest of the AI cyborg civilization that is in control of the planet, and on the other hand, you have a secretive AI faction led by Mother, the AI that birthed all AIs in the first place, as well as reservations, where humans that oppose genetic modifications and cybernetic enhancements are confined to. The character you play as is one of the last humans remaining on planet Earth that still fights for the users, as Tron would say.
I fight for the users.
You team up with Andy, an AI that serves Mother. I won't be spoiling the character's motivations in the devlogs, since you get to discover them as you keep playing the game and making choices. And speaking of choices, these are the heart and soul of this game. A lot of action-adventure games that I've played sometimes give this feeling that the story is on rails, and no matter what you do, you still end up with the same 2 to 4 endings, or even in some cases only one ending. This is where Inexorable truly shines, because there are at least 50 choices with direct impacts to the story and to everything that happens to the characters along the way. I really love games that grow with you and with the choices you make, and this is definitely something I want all players to experience whilst they play the game. Get to decide the fate of some characters, which in turn end up deciding your fate as well. And to the topic of characters and dialogue, the dialogue for the game is text-based. This choice was made since the music for the game would play a pretty big part in the way you experience the game itself as a whole. I am a huge fan of those long ASMR videos with music themes. Shout out to all of these people that do it very, very well. and I feel a lot more immersed in the world of the game when the music plays such a big role in the overall experience. But let me know what you think as well about this in the comments below. Do you feel like voice acting is a necessity in story-driven games? Or would you be open to playing a game where music plays a bigger part in the immersion of the player? The demo as it is still being polished. It originally came out on the 2nd of July and has been patched once at the end of July already. Another patch is also in the works, where I'll mostly be focusing on adding more animations to the game, as well as an improved character mesh and some extra details and depth to certain areas of the already created levels. In the meantime, try the demo out and let me know what you think. See you next week.